Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back with another paper pumpkin video. It's an alternate for the Grown with Kindness February 2019 paper pumpkin. I'm just making some cards and wanted to do something a little bit different. I've been seeing people use a lot of like scraps, or they take like a 6x6 sheet of paper and they cut all different size squares and rectangles and stuff like that, and they use like these templates that help them make like 10 cards out of one sheet of 6x6 paper or something like that. And so I kind of wanted to do my own thing. I don't have any templates or anything like that, but I have all these little scraps and things. This is some Stampin' Up! Petal Promenade paper that I had left over, some scraps, and these are just some pieces from my last video that I had left, and this is just paper that's kind of close to this color. This is not Stampin' Up! Paper, but it's just scraps. So use what you have, and if you definitely, you know, have Stampin' Up! Scraps, then use those, because I am using stuff from the paper pumpkin. Like you can see, I punched a hole there, and there's some little squares, and this is actually a piece of one of the cards from my last video. And then this is another piece off of what I'm doing today. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I kind of have one laid out because I haven't done these before, so this is all kind of new to me too. And it might not be new to you. You may have done this. Sometimes I'm, you know, at the end of the chain, or I just don't a lot of times get in on the most current thing. So you may know all about this, but for those of you who don't, I thought it might be kind of fun to do together. So I just took the little card that comes in the paper pumpkin, and I cut a 1/2 inch off of each side because it's a 1/2 inch bigger, and then I just rounded the corners. So this is one of the strips that I cut off, and then there was another one down here. So I have that, and we're gonna just put it together now. So see, you can see I kind of took, this is from the kit, this is from the kit. That's the really cool part about this kit, is there's already all kinds of these little punches that come in it. So even if you don't have, like, if all you have is the paper pumpkin, you could do this. You might want to get like one other color of paper, or maybe one more print or whatever. I've even used, this is from my last video where I cut part of the card front off of the card, and so I've used that as a scrap too. So, but all these little things, all these lines and neat things that came with it, you could definitely use those too for this. So you don't even really have to try to dig up scraps or do anything like that. But anyway, I took that paper from the Petal Promenade, and I just used a die cut and cut it out. So just use whatever die cuts you have. It's not a Stampin' Up! One, but it's just what I had. You know, like, you kind of want a bigger piece, and I figured out that it's best if you can use odd numbers, like 3 or 5 or 7, you know, of the little pieces. It just kind of ends up being more visually pleasing. And then I just cut the little flag in that piece, and then you just kind of place them however you want to. So since I've already kind of got an idea of how I want to do this one, I'm going to glue this one down. And you kind of want to maybe do some different levels when you do it. And I just have some clear glue in here that I'm just kind of putting all over. But you could use the glue dots or Tombow, or, you know, whatever adhesive that you like. Just use, you know, what you always use. You don't need anything special. And that's going to go right about here. And, you know, you can play with the scraps and place them on and take them off, and, you know, it's kind of what I did last night, because I just wanted to get an idea if I could even, you know, make this look right, because you see other people do stuff sometimes and it's it just doesn't turn out the way that you want it to, but it actually works pretty well. So I think as long as you keep odds, that's pretty much what I figured out, because if you have just 4 or 6, I don't know, for some reason it looks kind of funny, and you'll notice when you're doing it. But if you make one and it ends up looking awesome, you don't have to add another piece just to make it, you know, be 6 or whatever. And I kind of want to have these touching. I just think that that is more visually pleasing once it's finished, because you're just seeing little pops of color here and there. And put this one on. And some of them I will pop up a little bit too, because you want a little dimension, but you don't want to make your cards so thick that you can't even, you know, get it in an envelope or something. So I think I just want to make sure I'm still going to see that grain. Yep, see, I'm just going to see that pop of that. So I mean, truly, you wouldn't even have to use this whole strip. You could cut this in half if you wanted to. If you figure out how you want them and you don't need all that, then by all means, like, cut it however you want to do it. And then I kind of liked this one up here. I think that was about right. See again, and you can just, you know, keep playing with it until you get the look that you like. And you can see that this is got glue all over, sorry. It's just about placing stuff around and trying to figure out how you like it. But it's kind of a fun way to use up scraps, and it gives it a little bit more of a modern feel. And this particular kit kind of had that feel to me anyway, like maybe more contemporary or something. So that's why I wanted to go with that kind of a thing. And see, I'm going to pop this one up, and then I'm going to stamp, since it says you, I'm going to use one of the stamps, and I think I'm going to do You Are Wonderful. Well, the Are Wonderful, since You's already there. And I'm going to use the Fresh Fig. I hope you guys are all having a good day. It's pretty nice here. I mean, we've kind of had snow all day, but it's just not sticking, so it's fine. I know the mountains are getting hit, but we're pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right down. Sorry, I get my big head in there. And just hold it for a minute just to make sure that I get that, you know, kind of soaking in a little bit. I just think it comes out better if you let it sit a bit. And it's not perfect, but it's fine. You know, you don't have to stress about redoing it 100 times because it's not perfectly centered or whatever. Then I'm going to put some dimensionals on this piece. Yeah, I've got some things that I needed some cards for, and this kit is really, it's a neat one. So I thought I'd go ahead and do some different stuff. And I've been liking, I've seen a few different people. There's Scrap the World, and there's a few people that I've watched that have done some different cards like this with the different layers and levels and all kinds of stuff. So, and they're better at it than I am, but I like the idea, so I'm going with it. And then I'm going to just put this one here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and pop that up too, just to, because I can. I hope you guys can see. Yeah, should be good. And I got that one a little close, but it's not the end of the world. And I'm going to just touch the green there, right here, and just kind of do that. And then I'm going to use some of these little rhinestones. Oopsie. Mine, like I said in my last video, are not attached at all, hardly, and they were all, now it's going to stick to that board, but it won't stick to anything else. They were all over the place. All like stacked on top of each other. Now there's something stuck on it too. Let me see. I'm actually better off with my fingers, I think, half the time. Yep. And what's on my tweezers? It's really wiggly because of the glue. So just, you know, put one there. You can even put a few. I keep thinking that will make my life easier, but it's not. So little things just aren't my love. And I know there's people have told me there's different things that you can get to do this. A lot of it's just that I am just kind of tactile, so I just tend to use my hands to do all of it. I hardly ever use tools. I have tools, I just don't use them. See if I can get one this way. These ones are slippery because they're so round on the top. Okay, can move that one up a little. All right, so something like that, and you could space them a little bit more, but you'll have more time to sit and fiddle with it. I'm just trying to give you an idea. So there's one. I think that's kind of fun. And then I have another one, and I kind of set it up already too. I have a birthday one I needed to do. So let's get that done. So see, on this one I have, this is a piece of one of the black card bases that I just cut. And then this is the other end of that wooden look. And then I just flagged the end. So that one will go up like that. And then this is one of the punch outs. This is just that piece of paper that I had that was sort of, you know, in this color range. And then this is just the black and white card base that I did a hole punch with. So for this one, I just kind of wanted this over here. And I haven't watched other people's videos. I haven't had time lately. I've just been busy. So if somebody else has done this on Stampin' Up, I apologize. I'm not trying to steal anybody's thunder. I'm just doing what I do, making my stuff. Yeah, that marked on here that this was a 1/2 inch. Didn't want to forget that I cut a 1/2 inch off of each side of that, so I can tell you guys. But you know, they're all just essentially scraps, so it doesn't have to be like any precise, you know, don't worry about it. If it works and it looks good on your card, then go with it. Don't worry about that. You don't have to have exact measurements to make it work. So I'm just going to go right there. Let's see. And you don't probably want to make things like exactly the same length, you know, two things that are right together that are exactly the same length, kind of like I staggered the green, that lime green piece, and the flowery purpley paper that I put on there. You just don't want to, you know, like I don't want to bring this right out to the tip of this flag. I want to kind of take it back a little bit so that that staggering is just more pleasing to the eye than like if they're all stacked up right on top of each other, if that makes sense. I'm going to put this here. So I'm just trying to figure out my spacing here, how I want to do this. And then my circle. I kind of want the edge of this circle, let's see, oh, I don't really have the edge that's black, but that would kind of be ideal to have the edge black so that when you put it on you can see it a little bit better. And I just want to touch the one under it somewhere. See, if this was black you would see that circle a little bit better, but I mean it's fine. And I'm going to pop this one up. And I just used a generic happy birthday stamp that I have had for years. But you can of course use any of the sentiments that came with this particular paper pumpkin. There's some really good ones in it, so I would definitely go with that. And then this is just going to kind of go here. You just want to make sure that you're seeing all kinds of parts of the papers that you've put down. So it's a little popped up. One of these sides, this side's better than the other side. I had to stamp, you know how that happens sometimes. And then I think for this one I'm just going to put one of these little gems in the corner of the happy birthday. Like that. Yeah, this stamp, I don't know if it's the stamp or my stamp pad or what, but I probably should get a new black stamp pad. I just didn't want to, kept leaving little other weird marks behind. And I'm not going to make this perfectly straight, even though this is, like I said, kind of a contemporary look. It's just about straight, but I just kind of want that corner to corner thing like that. Right, and then another cute thing that I saw, the lady on Stamp the World, and I'll put her link below so that you guys can go check her out, but she like took some of the other scraps that she had and put them across the card like this on the inside. I just thought that was kind of a cool idea. So this is not my idea, this is her idea. And I've seen people do stuff like this before, but it just looks really cool when you do the front in that kind of geometric pattern, and then you do something on the inside with the same stuff. It just kind of looks neat. And I'll trim it in a minute. Let's see what else I've got. What's this little one? You could do a piece like this. Or you could do a different thickness or whatever. Glue on my scissors, big no-no. And I just felt that move. I didn't let it sit long enough. Alright, so see, that just adds a little something kind of cool to the inside of your card if you haven't ever seen that before. I thought that was kind of fun. So there's 2 different ways. So just yeah, look for your scraps and see what you've got that would work and try it. It's really kind of fun, I think. I don't know, just thought it might give you guys a new inspiration. I will see you all again soon, and if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.